City Spotlight is supported by Consolidated Communications. CCI is honored to salute the cities and their leaders in the area, as well as providing TV, internet, and phone service to local homes and businesses. We live where we work and are proud to support the communities we serve. More information available at consolidated.com. Hello and welcome to another edition of City Spotlight. Happy New Year as you're seeing this episode for the first time in the first half of January 2020. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the best of the first half of Season 6 of City Spotlight. We were there for the grand opening of the new swimming pool in Marshall. And then we experienced Neoga Days in Neoga. And then we featured for the first time here on City Spotlight, Danville, the 17th community featured here on City Spotlight. And in just a moment, we're going to have extra sights and sounds from episodes that featured Casey and Charleston. In Casey, we were there as the new big things were on display for measuring. And we'll also have additional sights and sounds from the 32nd Casey Popcorn Festival. And then we'll have extra sound from an episode on Charleston, where we featured the 2019 EIU Athletics Hall of Fame class. Thank you for tuning in to this latest episode of City Spotlight, and stay tuned for future episodes here on City Spotlight as we fast forward through the second half of Season 6. What is that day like when they come to measure the big things?
Well, the last time they came and did the measurements, the things were already in place. Mm-hmm. They were where they were going to be, and the measurements, of course, had to be documented just as they were this time. Mm-hmm. And the official measurements then were identified and certified by Guinness at that time. And Mr. Bolin received the certification certificates right then. And as Bailey said, I think that Mr. Bolin will receive those that they just documented.
We'll check round 3.
I'll hold it just for.
Okay. Yeah, but I didn't think it was in my phone.
Oh, you got your key. Yeah, perfect.
Metric 11.41.
We're gonna hold the 1 foot.
Okay. I'll bring it around to you.
You got long legs. Yep.
I can't do that. Yeah, you step down that way and you won't be able to do it. You want to bring it around to the front side? It's that jacket.
We're gonna take off a foot. So 12.37. 12.37. It balanced out, and then do it how high off the ground you would be. In the middle. Does that make sense?
So how much, if it's level, how
level.
much higher than level are you is what you're trying to get right now?
Yes. The current record has the height in the middle, so I need to record that. Yeah, we've got that. So if you have that height, then I just need this height from the top of the wood all the way to the ground. Yeah. That's all I need. Got some heavyweights down here.
So is now it's time getting this sorted out. You hang on to it.
How has this evolved through the years? I think you told me that it really hasn't changed too much in 32 years.
Not a lot. It's still basically I look at it as a variety show. It's kind of I kind of look at it as Ed Sullivan. You got Topo Gigio over here and the Beatles over here and the guy that spins the plates. It's a variety show of entertainment. I think the most important thing to me is if you live away, it's a reason to come home. It's a reason to celebrate small town life. Festival is all about family, And it's just all about meeting and being and enjoying each other.
What are you most proud of this festival over 30 years?
The family aspect. I see young parents that first came as babies to their first festival, and they're back with their families, and we grow the activities to meet the new generations so we don't stay stuck in a rut, and just the family atmosphere and the positivity that we add to the community.
Should have mentioned all the way at the very beginning, and free popcorn. Lots of it.
We'll pop 1,000 pounds and eat it free all weekend.
All right.
Need 3 of them, please. I know, but Jensen does and I do. There you go, Andrew.
Both of them.
You don't want it. You don't want none? You're on TV, Betty.
Some popcorn.
Say popcorn.
Yum, yum, yum.
Popcorn.
Thank you for tuning in to City Spotlight. You can check out past episodes, including the one you're watching right now, on YouTube. To check out recent episodes of Central Illinois towns featured on City Spotlight, search on YouTube, City Spotlight, with the show number and the name of the town. Listed on your screen are the last 5 episodes of City Spotlight.
Our first honoree today here in our Hall of Fame class is unable to be with us today. Jimmy Garoppolo was a record-setting quarterback for the Panthers before he became currently the franchise quarterback for the 49ers. During his 4 years here at EIU, he set every EIU and Ohio Valley Conference single season and career passing record. He passed for 13,156 yards with 118 career touchdowns. During his senior season, Garoppolo helped lead the Panthers to a number 2 national ranking as he passed for 5,050 yards and 53 touchdowns. He would be the 2013 Walter Payton Award winner and be drafted in the 2nd round by the New England Patriots, the highest draft pick ever for an Eastern Illinois Panther. He won a pair of Super Bowls on the Patriots roster before becoming the franchise quarterback for the 49ers. Jimmy is unable to be with us today, but his parents, as we mentioned earlier, are here to accept on his behalf, so we'd like to have Tony and Denise Garoppolo to come forward, and Tom Outlaw to take them on the plaque. Much like Jimmy was during his time, we have a number of his teammates here. Tony decided he does not want the microphone and wants to be in front of it. On the other hand, our next recipient was one of his teammates likes the microphone. Eric Lohr was on the receiving end of many of the Garoppolo passes during his career here. He was a 2-time first-team All-American, while he finished 4th in voting for the Walter Payton Award in 2012, and then came back and was also a finalist, finishing 7th during voting during his senior season in 2013. During the 2012 season, he set the FCS record for receptions in a single season, finishing with 136 catches. He would finish his career as the EIU and the OVC leader in both single season and career receptions, yards, and touchdowns. As a senior in 2013, he helped lead the Panthers to a number 2 national ranking, and then after his playing career signed an undrafted free agent contract with the Minnesota Vikings. He spent time in 3 NFL camps, and Eric, as Tom mentioned earlier, is currently back here as our Assistant Athletic Director for Development. He was the 2012 OVC Player of the Year as a junior. Doing his presentation today will be his father, Raul.
You have to wonder what a Hispanic kid from the suburbs of Miami, Florida, end up at a Midwest college 1,200 miles away. And, you know, a little bit, of course, is luck and fate, but a lot of it is tremendous hard work and his commitment to his sport and to athletics, his tenacity, his courage, his persistence, a lot of patience, because you get a lot of ups and downs, you know, getting through the sports, and he was definitely that. He, since he was 4 years old, he really took to organized sports. I mean, he was for the next 10 years, I got the honor of being his coach. So he ended up always being my captain, the leader on the team. And again, his leadership qualities weren't screaming at people or, you know, he always did it with dignity and made his teammate feel comfortable and good about it, unlike his coach, which was, yeah, I was a screamer for sure. He was selected unanimously 2 years in a row as first team All-American in 2012 and 13 and 2013-2014. He was called over here the astronaut. I go, astronaut? How does that? Because apparently he works well in space. That's a football thing, okay? He was definitely the receiving end of the dynamic duo. So the friends around here, back there in that table and over there, call him Elo. And he's my E-man. He's there, Andrew Laura.
Obviously, you guys see why I chose him as my speaker. Pretty big fan of mine. But mine won't be as long. Just want to start off by saying today's a great day to be a Panther. That was the saying when I was around. And me and the boys continue to say it when things start to get rowdy. It's a phrase that we like to use. First, I'd like to say thank you to Eastern Illinois and the administration. You gave me the opportunity to play Division I football, get an outstanding education, have a wonderful kickstart to my professional life, and allow me to meet some of my best friends. To my teammates, I'm a firm believer in team first football. I was lucky enough to have the best teammates in the whole world. I know this is an individual honor, but it wouldn't have happened without you all. So love you, and thanks to the best memories of my life. I want to say thank you all for coming today. Congrats to all the other inductees. I wish my boy Jim was here. Glad he's living our dream. Today we celebrate Panthers for life. Go Panthers. Go Panthers.
All right, because they both got too excited, and Raul
It
got
took me 3 months to write this. He wrote that in 30 minutes.
you guys missed the important part where you present the plaque to each other and get your photo.
I'm done.
These are always good to do when we have parents come back and be the presenters. We also, for our next 2 inductees, this is unique in the fact that they both selected their coach to be their presenter, Kyle Ellis. We're going to do this. He's going to come up and talk about each one of them individually. He had written originally his speeches as a duo because he coached them as a duo, and I told him he needed to do them individually, so we will honor each of them individually for their accolades when they were athletes here. So our first is Jade Rydebold. She is perhaps the most decorated female athlete in EIU history. She was a 4-time All-American in the pole vault, including a 2-time first-team finisher. She placed second at the NCAA Indoor National Championships in the pole vault in 2013 and came back and placed third at the Outdoor Championships that same season. She holds the EIU record for the indoor and outdoor pole vault while also holding the OVC indoor record at 14 feet. She was the 4-time OVC Female Athlete of the Year, and she qualified to participate in the 2012 U.S. Olympic Trials. She is currently working in pharmaceutical sales. Her presenter was her coach at the time, Kyle Ellis.
It's good to be here. So, anybody that knows Jade knows that her drive and passion to succeed far beyond anyone I've ever met in my coaching career. I've been coaching for about 10 years, and I haven't ever had an athlete quite like her as far as the mindset to will herself to accomplish the goals that she set. Her and Mick both, my favorite story from each of them came from 2013 regional meet. For Jade, you know, she had a back surgery, so she couldn't quite train like everyone else. She couldn't lift with any weights above her shoulders. The reps had to be kept to a minimum, or her back just couldn't take it. So 2013, we had regionals in Austin, Texas. You have to place top 12? Top 12 at that meet to go on to the NCAA meet. We had 3 lightning delays that day. I think it was supposed to go at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we ended up not starting until I think 8 p.m. that evening. Well, halfway through the competition, there's 2 pits going on. Well, Jade's side, the standards broke. So they had to wait for the other side to get done and then resume them. So Jade with a bad back, it's raining outside, it's cold, you know, she's pretty miserable and her back's killing her. And she has to make it through this meet to get to nationals. And I remember we got down to a third attempt. I don't know if you remember this or not. We got down to a third attempt at the first bar. And she didn't make that. We're going home. You know, we're not going to nationals. And she pulled it out, made that bar, came back, made the next 2 heights. You know, digging down deep and find that will to pull it out. And that, I think that's pretty telling of Jade. You know, when things got down, you know, she was going to will herself to do what she set out to do. So that is Jade, and that's the hardworking athlete that I remember. And it's my pleasure to present her with the 2019 Hall of Fame plaque.
Thank you, Kyle. That was awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be standing here today as a Hall of Fame athlete. The reason I'm standing here today is because of each and every one of you. I'm very proud to say that I'm an alumni of EIU. I want to thank the 2 most important people in my life. Dad, I remember always thinking you were superhuman. You'd wake up at 4:30 in the morning, work all day long, Monday through Sunday, and all I wanted to do was be like you. My friends would ask me about you, and I would be like, he's not human. Like, he's not human. He works too hard to be human. I've never seen anyone work as hard as you, and I wanted to be just like you. I wanted that nickname, Superhuman, too. So this is what drove me to be so successful. Whatever he did, I wanted to do even better. Mom, thank you for always being there for me. I went through 3 severe spine surgeries, and she was the first person to take care of me every time. She would help me research the best surgeons to keep me back on the track. You never miss a meet for the life of you. Our goal was to make me as successful on the track as possible. We worked as a team. You were always by my side through the accomplishments and the hard times, like flying out to Eugene, Oregon with me in 2012 trying to save my spot at the Olympic trials. Thank you. And Kyle, wow. That's all I have to say. Wow, I can't thank you enough for the countless hours you spent on the track with me. You were there every day busting your butt to make me the best pole vaulter possible. I still to this day wish that I could have been out there in the 2012 Olympic Games winning a gold medal for you. And part of me wishes I was still standing at the back of the runway about to jump a 16-foot jump. But due to a career-ending injury, I now get to save lives. I get to save lives every day with patients with chronic liver disease and hepatic encephalopathy. Pharmaceutical sales is now my new track and field. Because of what track taught me, I've now completed the highest level of pharmaceutical sales. And so this is just the beginning of my success, and I want to thank you all. Go Panthers.
Our final inductee is Mick Mikan, and this is also an interesting and unique class for us in the fact that all 4 of these athletes were here at Eastern at the exact same time during their careers, so you can imagine that as a fan and the parents, we have teammates here, what an exciting time that was to be around EIU athletics, not only to watch their individual successes, but also the successes that their team had. But also, as Tom mentioned beforehand, Mick and Jimmy also both went to the same high school, so a unique honor for Rolling Meadows High School and the fact that 2 members are being inducted at the same time that would have been teammates when they were there at that high school. For Mick, he dominated the pole vault for the Panthers on the men's side, winning 7 Ohio Valley Conference titles in the event during his 4 years on the roster. He currently holds the OVC pole vault record for both indoor and outdoor, and is the school record holder in the indoor pole vault. His outdoor pole vault record was broken after he set it clearing over 18 feet. He was the OVC Indoor and Outdoor Freshman of the Year, and also the OVC Athlete of the Year in 2012. He was a 4-time All-American in the pole vault, earning the distinction 3 times during the outdoor season and once during the indoor season. He placed 8th at the NCAA Indoor National Championships in 2013. He currently works as a business development consultant. His presenter is also, once again, his coach, Kyle Ellis.
What I remember about Mick was that he was the toughest competitor I've ever coached, and he was very clutch. You know, I was looking over his stats this morning, and he had 39 career first place finishes in the pole vault in 4 years, and you know he's winning first place probably 90% of the time. You know, based off of those stats. Pretty cool under pressure guy. You would never be able to tell that he was nervous. I know that he was probably nervous at some of the meets and competitions we're at, but you wouldn't be able to tell. Same situation. My favorite story to think about Mick was the same meet that Jade's story came from. It was a 2013 regional meet. Mick won conference 2 weeks before that. In the middle of his vault, he was attempting a conference record at the time, and he came down, and halfway through the air, he let go and grabbed his hamstring. And then he laid on the pit, and I was like, oh man, like this is bad. So after the trainers looked at him, he had a slight hamstring tear, and so regionals was in 2 weeks. So I'm like, man, I don't know if this is gonna happen. So we did stuff in the swimming pool, we did stadium steps, we couldn't run or jump, and we did every drill we could think of to simulate pole vaulting, which is impossible to do, but we did the best we could. He didn't touch a pole for 2 weeks, didn't run for 2 weeks, and we went down to regionals. He cleared the first bar, and then same situation as Jade, he got down to his 3rd attempt, and we still needed to go 3 or 4 bars after that to have a chance of making it. And he was blowing through, I know not everybody can hear it's a pole vault there, he was blowing through his poles, which means they were too small for him. And so by the second bar, his last attempt, he had to go to the biggest pole he's ever jumped on in his life. And you know, the bigger pole you get on, the more mentally stressing pole vaulting is, as you can imagine. And he grabbed that pole and went down there and cleared it no problem. You know, like it was a piece of cake. I'm over there sweating bullets, and he's cool as, you know, cool customer. So again, that's Nick. That's I can't imagine a story that would represent him better than under pressure, got it done. You would never be able to tell that he was nervous in that situation, you know. And he went on to clear the next 3 heights and qualified for nationals that year. So, with my honor, it's my honor to present Mick for the 2019 Hall of Fame.
Thanks, Scott. First and foremost, I obviously have to thank PIU Athletics for giving me the opportunity to come here, to be a Panther, to compete, to have a world-class coach like Kyle. Without the coaching staff that I've had throughout my life, I had my high school, the coaches that coached me in high school and middle school came down today. They're still a huge part of my life. Without them, none of this would have happened, and it certainly wouldn't have happened without my coach Kyle. I couldn't have asked for a better place. Eastern was the best experience for me. I made some tremendous friends, had great teachers, great coaches, people that I'm still in contact with and always will be. That's about it. It's a good day to be a Panther. I want to thank everybody for coming out and for supporting me.
I left out one part. I'm really happy that after talking to him in that subway, that things turned out this way. Yeah. You know, that now him and Jay both are in the Hall of Fame, because that's not an easy decision, you know. And I'm really happy, and that's something that I left out on my speech, is that you guys are doing this for them, and that they made it this far, and this is how they get to top off their athletic career. Yeah. So appreciate that.
City Spotlight is supported by Consolidated Communications. CCI is honored to salute the cities and their leaders in the area, as well as providing TV, internet, and phone service to local homes and businesses. We live where we work and are proud to support the communities we serve. More information available at consolidated.com.